All right, guys, here's some brief instructions for your activity for today. It's reconstruction of primary source activity. You've obviously already found it. It's a self-directed learning lesson. So here we go. Here's the things you need. You already have most of this, right? Your Chromebook and your earbuds, because that's how you're listening to this video right now. But make sure you bring your curiosity. And I want us to focus on freedmen. Those freed slaves and how they're treated and how they react. So be curious about that and be willing to learn. Learning, guys, is a two-way street. I can't just feed it all to you. You have to meet me part of the way there. So be willing to learn as you do this, and that just means be curious and be wondering and answer questions in depth. And don't just take the easy way out, because that will get you nowhere. All right, here's your directions. So you can read through these all and just basically go step by step. Each slide is listed there, and they all have some sort of response or questions to answer after you look at the primary source. So make sure you do that, and then at the end, turn it in. So here's the first one, a crash course video. 13 minutes long. John Grain does a great job of talking about Reconstruction in general. Make sure you pay attention to how freedmen are treated and how they react to that treatment as you go through this. The next slide then is a photo interpretation. So I want you to take a look at the picture down there. Give me 3 observations that you see, and then make an inference. What do you think is happening there? And then explain to me why you think that is. So go out on a limb a little bit here. What do you think is happening? Just don't tell me it's people with cotton, right? Tell me something more than that. Next slide. Click on the link there and listen to the interview with Minnie Whitney. Okay, the transcript is provided there, so you actually can read along as you listen to her interview. But as you're listening to it, I want you to think about how is her family, what's their experience like, and then I want you to describe it on the slide. And then what happens, according to Minnie Whitney, what happens to people who speak out, and why do you think that is? And give me a good in-depth answer there. I want you to think this through, and don't just tell me I don't know, or because, or that's the way it always was, or something like that. Think it through. A Right to the Land is a short reading. It's an excerpt from a speech, basically, that Bailey Wyatt is going to give, and I want you to read that quickly. But think about what he says, and then ask why he has, or answer why does he claim he has a right to some of the land in the South, and then do you agree with him, and then why or why not. Don't just say yes or no, I agree, but tell me why you do or why you do not agree with him. That's where the good stuff is. And then finally, here's the Jordan Anderson letter. I would make this video full screen. It's me reading the letter, and if you're tired of my voice, I get it. You can mute it and just read the letter for yourself on the video. When you're done, though, I want you to answer those 2 questions. What is Colonel Anderson asking Jordan Anderson to do, and how would you describe Jordan Anderson's response? So when you get all of this stuff done and answered, click turn in when you're done. It will take you more than just class time today, and I'll give you a little bit of time on Monday after we take the formative to do this, but I'm not going to give you the entire time, so you need to stay with it and work really hard.